Well, I never have seen such a perfect merger of two insane stories. Oh man, this is great. First, we get Rachel Maddow, purveyor of the Russiagate hoax for years, tweeting about a YouTube radicalization problem. Oh, it's like both of them just coming together and blowing up. I always got to do this when I reference Rachel Maddow's tweets because she follows me. I don't know, whatever she does. And check this out. She tweeted, "Death by algorithm. YouTube recommended Russia Today for understanding Mueller report." And why should I care? It's Washington Post, so I'm not going to open it. But why should I care? Why should I care that Russia Today has commentary on the Mueller report? You would assume they would. What does she think should happen? Should YouTube be like, well, Russia Today is talking about an issue, let's just get rid of them? No. YouTube is going to serve up commentary. Russia Today produces commentary and news on YouTube. Why is that surprising? I don't see Rachel Maddow talking about Al Jazeera, which is government funded, or PBS, which to a lesser extent, PBS I trust very much so. However, the commentary in question apparently comes from Aaron Matei. Michael Tracy tweeted, "Rachel Maddow and Craig Timberg of the Washington Post, who famously wrote a shameful 2016 article based on the propaganda entity Propernaut, have decided that the YouTube algorithm promoting analysis of the Mueller report by Aaron Matei is really scary and bad." Aaron, who writes for The Nation, a left-wing publication, by the way. He said, "If the YouTube algorithm should be criticized for promoting anybody, it's Rachel Maddow, given the many provable lies and deceptions she's fed her audience. Aaron presents a non-exhaustive list of them here." Bravo, Aaron. I do like Aaron and Michael Tracy for being people on the left who are calling out the Russiagate insanity. Glenn Greenwald, too. And Glenn Greenwald has defended free speech, as has Michael Tracy. This is the real left, the real progressives, not the crazies. Well, and I'm not saying they're perfect, right? Because whenever you praise someone, someone's like, "What about this time they did X?" No. Listen, it's great to have people on the left calling out the insanity and pointing out the insanity that is Rachel Maddow's nonsense conspiracy theories. Aaron says, "If YouTube were to recommend your show, it'd be recommending the leading purveyor of now debunked Trump-Russia conspiracy theories, falsehoods, and innuendo over the last 2+ years. And here's a sample." I'm so excited for this, you guys. Aaron's compiled a list of all of of tons of insane things Rachel Maddow's posted. He says, "Just recently, you were caught in real time." Let me zoom in for you guys. "You were caught in real time lying to your audience. You claimed Barr was handling the redactions by himself, but the chyron on screen right below told viewers the truth, that Mueller was in fact assisting with the redactions." So criticism to Rachel Maddow for just saying that, but props to her producers for correcting it as she was saying it. And yeah, he's got a video of it. I don't want to play too much of these videos because, but you can see here at the bottom, it says special counsel is assisting with redactions while she's actually saying, why is Barr doing it by himself? Well, get your producers in order. Here's the next one. "There was that time in January 2017 when you speculated that Putin may use the P-tape and other compromat to force Trump into withdrawing U.S. troops near Russia." How did that one turn out? Oh my God, this is great. "By the way, just last week, you falsely said that the one thing I refused to let myself think about was that Putin had tapes of Trump, the very prospect you had previously floated to posit that Putin may blackmail Trump into withdrawing troops." Oh, and there's more. There's a ton, apparently. "Who could forget that time this past winter when you seized on life-threatening cold temperatures to fear-monger that Russia could kill Americans by knocking out their heat?" Oh my God. She seriously did this, okay? First of all, if Russia actually hacked our electrical grid to shut down power and disrupt gas or electric, that's an act of war, and the likelihood that would happen is astronomical, and it's insane to suggest it. Is it possible? Sure. But this is probably the best example of just how insane Rachel Maddow's show got. Seriously. She actually has this segment.
Intelligence telling us all in unclassified form, in black and white, China and Russia can do this today, now, whenever they want to. In other words, we're relying on their good graces that they're not. And it is like 50 degrees in the Dakotas.
Oh
right?
my God.
What would happen if Russia killed the power in Fargo today? Right? What would happen if all the natural gas lines that service Sioux Falls just poofed on the coldest day in recent memory, and it wasn't in our power whether or not to turn them back on? I mean, what would you do if you lost heat indefinitely as the act of a foreign power on the same day the temperature in your front yard matched the temperature in Antarctica? I mean, what would you and your family do?
That is some of the most hardcore fear-mongering. What would you do? What would your family do? Russia, they're going to knock the power out. Oh my God, dude, chill out. But look what you post on the screen. Russia has the ability to execute cyber attacks in the United States that generate localized temporary disruptive effects on critical infrastructure, such as disrupting an electrical distribution network for at least a few hours. Listen, it is not by the good graces of Russia they don't do this. It's because they don't want to go to war, and we can backtrack the attack, and we have cyber capabilities too, and they don't want us doing it to them. Listen, there's a thing called Stuxnet, where it is my understanding, it's been a long time since I've covered the story, the U.S. and Israel teamed up to produce sophisticated malware, which blew up, essentially, Iranian nuclear centrifuges. You want to talk about why they're not going to shut off our power? For one, we still do trade with the world, and they don't want to disrupt the global economy. It's bad for them, too. They don't want retaliation. It's not like we, as America, one of the most powerful countries on the planet, are just sitting here with our hands under our asses like, what do we do if someone cyber attacks us? No, we actually developed some of the most sophisticated cyber weapons ever and probably have more access to their infrastructure than they do ours. But of course, that won't stop Rachel Maddow from fear-mongering because it gets ratings. Scaring people into being scared of Russia. This has nothing to do with Russia. It was an insane conspiracy theory. Let's keep going. There was that time when you explored the scenario under which Putin gives orders to his puppet Trump at an upcoming meeting. Do you think Putin ordered Trump to stage a coup in Venezuela, try to kill the German-Russia gas pipeline, nix the INF treaty? There are so many complicated foreign policy issues that Russia is not the center of. But of course, Rachel was doing really, really well. Her ratings dropped to 6th place following the conclusion of the Mueller report, because it's all she had built herself up upon. There are people on YouTube who specifically targeted one phenomenon or one group, and they saw massive growth, and then after that phenomenon ended, their viewership goes down. It's an amateur mistake. Don't do it. It is not worth it. After Occupy Wall Street, I got a ton of press, okay? Everyone was like, oh, Tim Pool, and they offered me all of these one-off jobs, like use Occupy to boost yourself. And I said, nope. Offering me books, TV shows, hosting gigs. I said, no, none of it. Because I know it's called flavor of the month, okay? You have to make sure you can pivot and keep doing something of substance. So I'm going to do work on my own, I said. The same is true for the content I do now. General news. I don't want to do what Rachel Maddow did. She's nuts. She's pushing lies and fake news to keep the viewership. And it hurt her when it ended because she didn't produce anything of substance. She was chasing a trend. How about that time you speculated, citing the Steele dossier, that Cohen billed Trump $50K for tech services to pay off Russian hackers? It was actually a U.S. firm. Whenever I highlight the NewsGuard thing, the thing pops up. Wait, this is great. What is this? Wall Street Journal. Okay, I was like, are they saying MSNBC is credible? They probably do. How about when you suggested that Putin has gotten Trump to bleed out the FBI? If Mueller and the FBI found proof of that, I missed that part of the report. How about the time you speculated that Putin installed Rex Tillerson as Secretary of State? Oh my God. No way, did she really?
Rex Tillerson, who Donald Trump had never met, had never had anything to do with before, had never laid eyes on before the election. How did Rex Tillerson get that job? He must have come very highly recommended by someone.
Oh my God. I'm sorry. And then she posts a picture of him shaking hands with Putin. Wow. And YouTube recommends her. You want to oh my God. And Aaron keeps going. How about when you claimed that the White House edited out a key question from the Trump-Putin presser? The Washington Post showed that to be false, and the result of the live video audio and the result of a video audio switching issue. Then there was that time you lamented the suspension of U.S. war games in Korea and speculated that it was the fault of Putin. Have I forgotten? Have we ever gotten to the bottom of your new scrutiny on Russia at Trump's inauguration in January 2017? aka a Russian couple who posted a video of their attendance. Based on this, there's more. Based on this sample alone, dare I say that your coverage of Trump-Russia very much amounts to the deliberate trafficking in unreality. Oh, there's a ton. Whoa, he just keeps going. Looking back, do you think maybe that declaring that a fake Bernie Sanders fan page run out of Albania amounted to international warfare against our country was perhaps a little hyperbolic? How about when you speculated that Maria Butina may have played a role in a secret Russian government plot to funnel money to the NRA in order to influence the 2016 election? How did that one pan out? Wow. I bet Aaron's posted more since then. Has he? No, okay, that was the last one. I'm not gonna rant on this. I'm gonna end here because I just want to point out, for one, good job, Aaron, highlighting all the nonsense that is that was Rachel Maddow. And Rachel Maddow's upset that YouTube's recommending these videos. Well, I hope YouTube recommends this video to you so you can see that she is crazy. And she pushed nonsense for a long time. She rode it's InfoWars level conspiracy nonsense. The thing is, when Alex Jones talks about fifth dimensional aliens, people doing drugs, I'm like, that's really funny, Alex, and you can tell, that's just, come on. They're not setting up 5G cell towers to mutate kids into animal hybrids or something. It's ridiculous. But when Rachel Maddow claims that Russia is doing these things, it's based to an extent in possible reality. Yes, Russia could do this. Is it happening? And then she pushes it for years and she gets people all crazy. Jesus. My God. Whatever. I'm done. I'll see you guys tomorrow at 10 a.m.